Here are 3 highly profitable keywords for you to get into right now for Kindle Direct Publishing. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Dane, and if you're new here, on this channel I talk all about self-publishing books on Amazon, online entrepreneurship, and just lifestyle in general. So if that kind of thing interests you, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on the video, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. This video I'm going over 3 of my top picks for keywords this month to get into on Kindle Direct Publishing, and you could be doing them for Audible as well, but they're better suited for KDP for the most part. So I've chosen these 3 keywords based off of things like the average BSR, the amount of competition each of them have, the relevance to this time of the year, and the opportunity that they have for branding and branching out into other books and different topics. So let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into my computer here and I'm gonna go over all of the keywords. So we're in my computer here now, and as you can see on screen, number 1, and these are in no order or anything like that, but number 1 on this list is chess for beginners. Okay, and you can see Chess for Beginners has only 3,000 results. Typically when I'm looking for higher quality or higher potential keywords to make books about, looking for less than around 5,000 results. That's going to solidify that there's not a whole lot of competition to compete against. And after that, I'm going to look at the average BSR. So I'm going to click my book beam extension up top here. It's going to give me around 150K. Okay, and anything under or around 150K is usually pretty good and shows their potential. So right now with this keyword, we have around 150K and it has under 5,000 results. So it's looking pretty good. One thing to consider with this chess for beginners keyword is that it's been trending lately because of a Netflix show. It's called like the Queen's Gambit or something. It was like about a month ago. I think it was doing a little bit better during that time, but it's still holding strong to my surprise. Usually when things trend, they'll do well for like a month and they'll die out, but it's almost the end of February now and it's still doing quite well. And I think it's a consistent keyword to stick with throughout the year, because if you think about it, chess isn't really a seasonal keyword. So if you have a book in this that's ranking well, it should sell throughout the year pretty decently. And rolling into things like Christmas and Q4, it'll sell even better because it's a game. And yeah, I just think that this is definitely a good keyword to get into because you can make tons of different books and variations on this keyword. I see lots of people are making chess for beginners. You can see here. There's also people making books like chess for kids. I saw somewhere, you can see. And there's also openings for chess. There's different variations for different possibilities for different books that you can make, all related to the chess keyword. So you can make a lot of money off of this individual keyword, especially if you're someone who enjoys like chess and you're into board games, then this is definitely right up your alley. Speaking of that, if you're someone who likes this kind of thing, you can create a website for this, sell other chess products, you can personal brand this, and even maybe sell a course about chess on the website and generate traffic to this website from your chess book. Okay, so there's tons of things and tons of possibilities. So one thing I like to tell people is like when they're getting into a book, even if that book isn't going to make you 10 grand a month, you got to think about the other possibilities that you can do with that individual keyword. So for example, in this case, you could personal brand it, make a course and sell it through the book. So that'd be a good way to make money with it. And again, like you can see some of these books are ranking like 9,000 overall in the Kindle store, 18,000, 7,000 there. Oh my gosh, 7,000 there. You can see, so they're pretty low, 2,000 there. So doing very well for some people, making well over $1,000 per month, close to $2,000 or $3,000. Like if I go to the average BSR calculator here, it's tckpublishing.com, and I type in like 9,000, and I select book, paperback, calculate sales. It's 400 sales per month or 30 sales per day. And if we go to the calculator here and I type in 409 times, say your average royalty would be maybe $4-ish. That's pretty low, but I'll keep it conservative. If I type in times 4, that's $1,600 every single month, bringing in from a book that's ranking at around 10K on the Amazon store. So that's pretty good. And when it comes to Audible, I searched this one up. It not a whole lot of potential for the Audible version of this book. I think people want a book that they can look at, like a paperback book with like pictures and stuff for chess. They don't really want to listen to how to learn how to play chess. But with that being said, like I said, you can definitely get a book, rank it, personal brand it, whatever you want to do with this keyword. So I think it's a very good keyword. Moving into keyword number 2 here. And this one has a lot of potential. And this is actually a keyword that I was considering getting into a while back. I just never really didn't get around to making outline stuff for it. And it keeps getting super bright in here. I don't know. We'll keep it at that. It might get really bright. But anyways, off the grid, pretty good keyword. If I click book beam, you'll see 53K. So that's very low for an average BSR. It means there's tons of demand for this particular keyword and this niche, for example. And there's only 4,000 results for off the grid. So there's not a whole lot of competition either. So with that being said, very high potential for this keyword to make you a lot of money every single month. Okay, and you can see lots of these books, 12,000, 6,000, and there's tons of different sub niches you can branch off to and brand within this particular off the grid keyword. For example, we see solar power here. That's related to it, off the grid solar power. You can make a book all about off the grid, how to survive off the grid, and you'll see rolling down, you'll see like prepping books too. So this is a niche that's pretty broad and you can make a lot of different books about, all related to one general brand. And you can brand it, make a website, all that kind of stuff. So this is another keyword with high potential. And on top of that, low competition, low BSR. And if I look it up on Audible here, you'll see it's doing pretty good. There's a couple books that are ranking below. And by the way, to see Audible BSRs, I'm using the extension called BSR Master. It lets me see how low the audio BSRs are as well. So 7,000 is pretty good for an audio BSR, not amazing. Lots of these guys are over 10,000, so it's not very great. But you could definitely put it on the Audible and still make a couple $100 a month on top of what you make off of it on KDP. Okay, and moving into the third keyword here on this list, and I have it as tiny house. Okay, and there's tons of different variations that you can add on to the end of that keyword, but tiny house is the main keyword for this topic. And you can see there's tons of books here: tiny house design and construction, tiny house living ideas, tiny house handbook, tiny house how to build a tiny house, micro living. So there's small variations of the tiny house keyword that you can make your book about and put in your title for this type of book. You can see there's only 5,000 results, so it's very low. And in my opinion, this kind of thing is trending right now. Tiny houses are pretty popular. People are downsizing, like minimalism and stuff like that. So I think this keyword could definitely do well and get even into more demand as we move throughout the year. So if I click Bookbeam here, top right, you'll see the average BSR is 108,000. So that's pretty good. And you can see lots of these books are below the 100,000 mark, around the 50K mark, 38K mark. So you could definitely make a decent amount of money per month off of this book, and you can make tons of different variations of it. So you could have 3 books about tiny houses, do tiny house construction for one book, tiny house building, living ideas, tiny house decorating, whatever. And you could have all those books making you a couple $100 per month, which could add up to $1,000 per month just with one single keyword. And on Audible, again, not a high potential keyword for sales. And if you just think about it logically, I don't think anyone's going to look up how to build a tiny house and listen to it. They probably want a book they can read and maybe refer to a couple pictures and diagrams. But again, you could definitely toss it on to Audible, make a couple $100 a month. It wouldn't be very difficult. There's not a whole lot of competition here. It's only 60 results. I didn't really talk about the other ones. Off the Grid only had 75 results, and Chess for Beginners only had 30 results. So again, you can definitely throw them on to Audible, even though they don't have the highest potential for it, and still make a couple $100 a month in extra passive income. And with tiny houses, you could definitely tie that into your off the grid keyword and add that as an entire brand. So tons of potential for all these things, tons of potential for websites. You could sell additional products, all these kinds of things. So again, like I like to tell people, don't be short-sighted when it comes to books. Even if you're only making $1,000 per month on the front end from a book, think about the traffic you can generate into your ecosystem, as I like to call it, your website, your email list, and sell additional things to them and personal brand it and really build a whole brand around these keywords. So think big when you see keywords. Don't just base it off of the BSR and then turn away. There's tons more things you can put into a book and a keyword that'll make you money. So those are the 3 keywords that I had for this month. I'm gonna maybe start doing this every single month, maybe my top 3 keywords for each month. And these, like I said, these aren't seasonal based keywords. I talked about seasonal based keywords in a couple of videos ago. So things like Easter, Father's Day, Mother's Day that are coming up that are also very high potential keywords right now. But these ones are just random keywords I thought that could be consistent throughout the year and make you consistent income. So if you're someone who also wants to get started with publishing and you haven't really gotten into it yet, you've just been doing some research. If you want to get into it, I have a free training. It's linked down below this video, 100% free. It'll walk you through from A to Z how you can get started with self-publishing today and how you can start making a part-time, full-time income from this online business model. So again, there's a link down below this video. Take you to a free training. You can sign up and go through it and start learning more about publishing, how you can get started. Anyways, if you like this video, guys, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. Try to post new videos once a week. And like I said, I might start doing a top keyword, top 3 keywords, top 5 keywords monthly, so you guys can have some ideas for keywords to get into. So if you like that idea, drop a comment down below and let me know, and I'll keep on doing this every single month. Anyways, that's it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Peace.